I'll click on the filter. I'll select the application name called ServiceNow. As of now, I don't have ServiceNow, so I'm going to select Active Directory. OK. So you can select the application name. All the entitlement or role will be populated this page, so directly I can select one business role and I can submit. Is it clear? OK. So the moment I have assigned those role, and it skipped provision, which means user got all the entitlement right. All 50 entitlement, all 78, 75 entitlement will be added. So the number could be anything. Whatever they have added in the IT role, it will be added to the user, which means he can access to the particular application. OK. So now let's learn how to create those roles, how we can combine all those entitlement. OK, to create roles. Sorry for interrupting. Like, if I have to define provision in simple words, how can select? Provision is like giving entitlements. Provision means providing access. OK. Access. OK, just providing access is called identity. Yeah, you are going to provide some access to the identity. Yeah, I couldn't get your question. Rakesh. So what we've seen is, in essence, for the first time, you're going to create all the entitlements one by one. Then you're going to combine them into roles. Then you're going to combine the rules into business rule. Combine the entitlement into business rules, IT rules. Then you're going to combine the IT rules into business rule for the first time, then subsequently we are assigning it to the user for the first time. You're going to create them. Even if it's going to be some type of entitlement, you are going to create them one by one for the first time, right? You mean to say first time. We are going to create all entitlements manually. Yeah, we have to create. It could be manual or it could be via task aggregation, group aggregation. The entitlement will come to end as Sailpoint. After that you have to combine manually, right? First time you have to combine. After that you can submit access request. Let's talk about role creation. So whenever you need to create some roles, just click on the setup. Go to roles. Guys, this is basic. That's the reason I have explained. I took this much time to explain. Let's get into real how we can create. Okay. So whenever you need to create any role, just click on the new role, OK. Click on the roles from this type. You can decide which. What is the type of role? It could be business. It could be IT organizational role entitlement. So I'll create all four and I'll explain. But in real-time project, you are going to use business role and IT role. Okay, let me create one by one, and we will talk about inherited and provisioning policy. So it's similar to the same one application I have explained. Provisioning policies are different topic forms. Application creation also. I have explained. We will learn later. Is it safe from security point of view to assign one business role to 10 users, because one business role will have a number of IT roles in it? So is it safe to assign one business role to all those 10 users at the same time? It is not from security perspective. I won't say yes, not from it. Simplify the process to simplify the process. So I mean, if we are trying to simplify the process, we have to manually assign each role into business role, right? Because we have to see what's the area. Yeah, first time you have to do so. This is all about the provisioning policies. So we will later the provisioning policy. Okay, so we will talk about inherited roles, and we have some more topics we will learn. So let me create all 4 roles first. After that, I'll explain how we can inherit it, how we can combine those entitlements. Let's talk about that, okay? So this is Cloud Foundation. I'm going to create one business role first. Organizational role, each and everything. Okay, so the CEO of organizational role, you can provide the display name. Always just try to remember value and display value. Name and display name. The difference is whatever things you are going to mention in the name, it should reflect. It's not going to reflect whatever an end user is going to check. If I'm going to select any entitlement, the value is in lowercase. I forgot to tell you these things. Today we have created one entitlement value. I have given in the lowercase but display name, name value. I have given in the uppercase as an end user, if I'm going to select anything, just so the display name will be populated here. The value will be in the lowercase, just for understand. Okay, whatever display name you are going to provide, it will be populated here. It will be visible to the end user. It's not going to be the lowercase, just remember, okay? So here also I'm going to mention the name here. The type is going to be organizational owner. Who is going to be the owner for this role? Description? You have to briefly explain why we are going. At the moment I'm going to assign any type of role, what will happen? End user, what he can access. So we are going to mention very briefly in the description. Okay, enable activity monitoring means if you are going to monitor these roles, you can enable if you want to provision. Provision means assigning this role to the user via policies or profiles. You can select this option. Okay, if you want to disable or enable, which means active, inactive, you can achieve this checkbox. Okay, so I'll explain what is inherited. Let me create 4 roles first. So click on the Submit. It will create. So we have created an organizational role, CF organizational role. Okay, so let me add one more role type called business role. Now I'm going to create CF business role. So type is going to be business owner. SP admin is going to be the owner. If you want, you can select any other person. The same thing. Here when it comes, when I have selected business role here, something has been changed. How I'm going to assign this role by assignment rule. What is required roles? What is permitted role? What is inherited roles? We have 4 options. Okay, so now we have CF organizational role and CF business role. We have 2 types of roles. Let me add CF IT role. so the type will be IT. If I'm going to select IT, it will be changed. Here permitted role we have inherited role, we have entitlements. Okay. Okay, so we have created 3 roles. As I said already, we are not going to use entitlement. If you're going to select entitlement from this page, nothing will happen. Okay, which means entitlement should redirect to some particular application. Then only we can assign those entitlement. If I'm going to assign any entitlement, the user will be able to access some particular application. If I'm going to create any entitlement from here, there is no application. That's what I'm trying to say. It won't provide any access to the particular application. So let's talk about inherited. What is that? Already, we have 3 roles. I hear CF organizational role, CF business role, CF IT role. Now I'm going to inherit an IT role into business role. So let's open first IT role, and I'll explain how we can combine all the entitlement. I've selected IT role. Just click on the edit role. So the page will be populated here. Okay, so from here you can add all the entitlements. You can select that application. Which application you are going to select. PeopleSoft. From here also you can check the attribute. So these attributes we can define from the application schema, like employee ID and manager. So let me set the employee ID. And from this page you can add all the entitlement. Okay, so let me select other application, Prism. So from here, I have groups attribute I have selected. Here I have 3 entitlement. So I have 2 entitlement. So you can add entitlement from different application as well. Okay, so this is the IT role. I can add multiple and a number of entitlements, and I can see the first thing is clear. Now I'm going to assign this IT role into business role. How we can do that? So open the IT role. I'm going to assign this IT role into business role. So to do that, just click on the inheritance roles. Modify inheritance from here. Select the business role which you have created. Add, click Save. First time, it will be tricky. Just try to create the same in your system, and you'll come to know. Now open the business role. It will be inherited already. Already? As I said, you have to run that refresh task. Okay. So here you can check the business role. If you're going to expand the IT role, which we have created, it will be inherited. The moment I'm going to assign this business role, the user will get this IT role as well as the entitlement. These 2 entitlements the user will be getting. Okay. So this is how we are going to create, and we are going to use. I have created 3 types of roles. After that, I have selected IT role. I have combined all entitlements. If you want, you can just click on the IT role. You can select the direct entitlements I have selected. PeopleSoft. I have selected from two different applications. One is PeopleSoft and one is Prism. So I have assigned, which means I have assigned this IT role into business role via that inheritance section. Which means the business IT role has been combined into the business role. And simply, if I'm going to assign this business role to user, user will get one IT role, and he will get two entitlements. Using that entitlement, he can access to the particular application. He can access the two applications. One is PeopleSoft, one is Prism. Is it clear, guys?